Hello, welcome. My name is Derek, and today is Sunday, the 24th day of May, 2015, and welcome. And this weekend's chart video will focus on the United States dollar index, three different time frames, this being the two-day chart going back to August of last year. We'll throw in a 20-day chart, which goes back to 2007. And a chart going back to the start of the dollar index. And overall, this is a nuisance of a chart I'm not a big fan of because it compares the U.S. fiat currency against other large fiat currencies like the euro, the Canadian dollar, the pound, and so many others. So it's not the greatest of gauges. Oh, if the dollar is going to collapse, we need to use this chart to determine when it's going to happen. No, that's not how it works. And even if you were to look at something not compared against fiat currencies, the bottom line is these things trade in such a manipulative way. You got to look at it with a grain of salt or in other methods. Sort of like, well, because silver and gold is down so much, that means the dollar is doing good. No, the other methods state that it's manipulated so much lower that if you're looking between the buying and selling aspect, I see it as the buy. Anyway, with that being said, the last time I talked about the dollar index was back in March, about 2 months ago, and that was during this flash crash that happened within the day as price action fell from about 99 to 95 and then recaptured back to where it was within the day. Since that point, obviously this was in an uptrend. You continued the uptrend in here, but this period here, it obviously broke down below with further losses, and now the 18 average is declined. So when I'm looking for reversal of trend, I need to see it have a significant breakdown like this and establish support, come back to the band, which it obviously has done now. And then a break below this level in here would then make this go into a bear market. On the contrary, failed move, fast move. If this thing gets above this 99 mark, then I'd be looking at this as the failed breakdown. And this thing could even go higher within the manipulated market. Wouldn't be a surprise to the least. So that's the two-day charts, and that means each one of these represents 2 days or over the last 200. We're now going to move this to the 20-day, which goes over the last 200 days, going back to 2007. All-time lows of 70.7 back in 2008. And this really shows the rally from the choppiness the whole time. You get above the band, below the band, above, below, and then sideways within it since that point straight up. I have these upper bands similar to Bollinger Bands, a little bit different in that it takes more to hit the bands. However, just because it hits it doesn't mean it's going to sell off. And in fact, it usually means one or the other, that it's going to correct or it's going to just keep rapidly going within the direction, which obviously the case in here. Because it hit the band around 87, 88. Well, here we are now at 96, 4 points lower from the high. Obviously well above the uptrend, and until it hits this band, its correctionary phase really hasn't even come into play yet within this time frame. Okay, anyway. Final chart, the 108-day chart, about halfway through within this current period now, going back to the inception. Therefore, from up, down, I guess, I got to fix this, down 12.92%. This should not be green. This should be red, but it's down 13% since it started. But the story really is you open it, it goes down quickly, but have a low, you have a high. Have a low, you have a high. You have a low. Right now the high is in here. As far as Fibonacci retracement is concerned, at this significant area where it is both bullish and bearish to go lower. As on a bullish level, you go lower, you find support at one of these key areas before you finally break through. And on a bearish level, obviously that would be the top, and it's gonna go lower from that point on. As far as a break of trends, obviously downtrend is where it came from. Establish resistance, come back to the band, break resistance. Again, I find this more of a nuisance of a chart, to say the least, but just a quick little update within it. And next week it'll be the end of May, so I'll be looking to get out the monthly chart for silver as well as the Silver Eagle sale. So thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great week. Bye-bye.